Oopsie, I clicked it. But those things aren't measured in metrics. It's really hard to put a metric on the value that I am going to get for the rest of my life. And all of the people that I ever interact with now, even from having been here for 1 week in this culture, let alone for 1 month, let alone for 11 months, it's going to, I feel very confident that it's going to be worth way more than the money that I have paid to be here. And so I greatly encourage people to explore things that are different for them, and greatly encourage exploring other cultures, if possible for more than a week, or staying in one location for more than a week. And trust me, I'm very familiar with that anxiety that I used to have inside, because again, our culture is very much on metrics. And so what's a metric when you're traveling? Checking the box, baby. How many places can I see? How many of the famous or the cool or the off the beaten path things can I see? How many cities can I go to? How many countries have I been to? Oh, I've been to over 35. Wow. It's a metric. But now, after that time in Spain, I saw how it took me some months before those walls started coming down so overtly. But they will come down, especially if we've not been. My first countries were Thailand and then Costa Rica, and being in those countries for a week, my mind was expanding and blowing, you know. And there's no right, you know, there's no one way to do things. And but I don't think that it can be overstated, like I said. And I do think that our world would be a much more peaceful place if people from all countries, and I speak about the United States a lot because it's the country that I'm from, and it's the country that I have had the most experience in, but we can assume that the majority of the 1 billion plus people here in India have not been to many other countries, have not been to many other cities, and so they have very small boxes about what other cultures and what other people are like and what are the best ways to do things. And they've been around some things that are really unhealthy, the types of pollution and the mental pollution from the noise and things. I love the way people drive here, actually. I love it. It's so seems chaotic and just so go with the flow and very relaxed. But clearly it also brings some stress into people's minds and things. And if we were all to make a point of at least once in our life having a week or more in a culture that's quite different from our own, I think it would bring in so much grace for other people and for other types of thinking, other religions, other races. Because really, what is racism or sexism, or I'm not sure what the isms name is for when we attack other people from a different religion. What's that ism name? But what are those? Are they people who were just born totally crazy and oh my gosh, those people are racist, they were just born totally weird? I don't think so. Come on. That's what we say so that we don't have to think about why people are racist. And really, that's just a different type of racism. I'm saying these people are so different because they're racist, there's something wrong with them. Instead of thinking about it and thinking, well, most likely it's due to the fact that, one, they haven't had many interactions with other people, and two, if they have, they haven't been at a place of development or evolution to where they were able to have those experiences and not react in fear. Because one of the things that comes when we think outside the box, or we have outside the box experiences, is that new information comes in that brings into question the way that I have been living and thinking all these years up to this point. Because I've been living and thinking and acting without that information, and so therefore I have been thinking my way is the right way. And when I experience something new, someone from a new race, different race, someone, oh, here comes number 15 of the ambulances, someone from a new religion or a different religion, I can either say, oh wow, that's different information, I'm going to think about this and think about this way that I've been acting, or more likely fear comes up because most of us don't have a strong identity of ourselves. We latch on to external things. We latch on to our country. We latch on to our football team. We latch on to our religion. We latch on to our company. We latch on to our family. We latch on to whatever. And that's our identity. And so when someone external comes in and they bring in something that calls into question whatever we've latched onto, that brings in a lot of fear, because we don't have that identity in ourself. We have an identity tied to that thing. And what if, oh my gosh, what if all this time I've been wrong? No, I don't want to think about that. So the fear turns into anger and I lash out. And so that's where racism, in my opinion, that's where racism comes in, or religionism, or whatever these terms are. But of course we can go the other way and we can say, this feels uncomfortable, but that discomfort is actually a message from my true self. Let me know that new information is coming in, and this new information is an opportunity for me to expand my box, to level up, to think about things and see things in a different way. And when I see things and think about things in a different way, what is that? That's an opportunity. That's massive opportunity to now go through and find all kinds of things that maybe I was doing less efficiently, less healthfully, more close-mindedly. Maybe I have more options now. So that's what I'm sharing here from old Bangalore. Well, now we've had 3 ambulances in 30 minutes, so I can't say too much, but none of them have been police. But either way, who knows? Life is a trip, man. I'm really enjoying it. Sometimes I'm feeling pretty stressed out, pretty tired, pretty fearful about the future. I'm in such a different place financially than I've ever been since I was like 6 years old when I began working and saving and investing. I still, I'll be 37 in February. I don't know where I'll be at the end of 2021. I had no idea I would be here at the end of 2020. What will I be doing? I would not mind having more finances coming in. But will I? It's still not the top priority for me right now. Higher priorities are continuing to evolve myself, to deepen relationship, and next year to settle on a home base. So lots of times I'm feeling stress, feeling anxiety. But man, I'm really enjoying life also. There's so much incredible stuff going on, and it's not just here living in another culture, it's everywhere. We are so blessed when we can stop for a moment and just look and see the incredible colors. Can you imagine what it was like to come out of the Kuti where I'd been for 93 days without having a light on, to come out and just see the normal plants, the normal grass, the normal sky blue? How special and amazing that was. And we get to experience that every day. And if we can figure out how to hack that so that we can feel just a little bit of that gratitude, it's there for us all the time. And all of the relationships and all of the gifts and all of the 52 different types of Doritos that we have at the Walmart, it's all right there. Love you. By the way, if you don't know, this is American Sign Language for I love you. And this is what I used to do. I used to have different hand signs when I was in high school. And then of course we got the peace. But I love doing this because I do it all the time. I like to just do things with my hands, but it's always something positive that's going on. And I do love you. I love you. Peace out, my friends.